Welcome to Weekly Meeple Chat Week 4, and we're going to talk about Battle Line now and answer the question, Ancient Warfare and Poker. So this is a Rainer Knizia game, and what a surprise that he would try to tie poker to a history.
And I'm Julie. This is my husband, David.
Yes, we sometimes forget to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
So let's talk about first a little bit about the game.
Okay.
So, like I said, I usually don't say who designed it, but it's a Rainer Knizia game. He has a PhD in mathematics. Wow. It came out in 2000, ages 12 and up, 2 players. That's one reason why we play it, because we are always on the lookout for great 2-player games, and we've had this game for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And there's different versions of this game made by different publishers. So we're doing the GMT version.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's 30 minutes. It's well received with a 7.4 out of 10. Overall rank 180 out of over 15,000 games. And its strategy rank is 139 out of 1,700 games ranked for strategy.
That's really good.
Yeah,
Gosh.
And again, Rainer Knizia is very prolific. This is one of his more well-received games. So let's take a look at how it's played. So you're trying to battle over these flags here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flags. And as soon as a player gets 5 flags or 3 flags that are adjacent. Now, I'm showing a game in progress, and really you wouldn't have this many cards out already. I wanted to show how the poker element works. So, for instance, they use, in the rules here, different versions for straight and flush. They call it wedge and phalanx and things like that. So a wedge is basically a royal flush here. So you have a 10, 9, 8 and a 7, 6, 5. Well, because the highest card you have is a 10 and the lowest card you have is a 1, this one would win. So the player on this side of the field wins that flag. Now, for a 3 of a kind beats a flush, and a flush is called a battalion order. So this side would win that one as well. Now here is a straight of different colors, and that's called a skirmish line, and then here's a flush. So the battalion order, the flush beats a straight of different colors. So here's a flush though with cards of just different values. So that's called a host, and and you're just basically looking at its numerical value. That's 23 points, 10 plus 7 plus 6, but a flush beats that. So this player would win that flag. So here you have, again, you don't have a wedge, a phalanx, a battalion order, or a skirmish line. You have value, point value. You have a host. So this is worth 25. This is worth 20. So this person on this side would win that flag. So you can see that this player is about ready to win with 4 flags. This one has 1 flag. And so this person only needs to win 1 more flag. Now, let's say it was shifted over like this. Then this person would have won because they won 3 flags that are adjacent to each other. So let's take a look at how a turn goes.
It's kind of like how it is when we play. I have one and you have all the other ones.
Yeah, you're a good sport about this game. I pick this game a lot, even though you don't like you lose it more often, and you're nice about wanting to play it with me.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so I'm trying to remember now how many cards you get.
I actually don't remember. Is it 5?
Trying to remember. See, this is a problem with rules that don't have things in bold.
Oh.
We talk about preparation here.
Well,
see, I'm trying to figure it out. Well, let's
just make something up.
Okay, so the point is you have so many cards. So you're going to take turns playing cards. This person might go here. And you can place any flag you want. Now, this person might go here, and this player Maybe, again, you might be trying to go for straights and flushes. Now, there's one card that you can draw. Instead of drawing from the deck, you draw what's called a special card. So you can get things like, this says here, Companion Cavalry. Play this card like any troop card of value 8, but define its color when the flag is resolved. So this can, in other words, can be any color 8. So that can be very useful here if, for instance, I didn't have an 8 in my hand and I wanted to make this a 987. Now, one thing you can do in the game is that you can declare early on if you're going to win that. So I have a 987, and this person's going for a straight of a different color as well. I know that I'm going to win that because it doesn't matter if they put a 3 here.
Right.
Because my 987 is better than their straight. So you can declare early on before they place her next card. And what that means then is that they can't put a card there now. They can't just throw away a card there. Once a flag is won, that section is unplayable. So there's a whole bunch of different specials you can get. So you're either going to draw a special card or a card with suits. Did you find out how many?
I did. It's seven cards.
Okay, so you each get 7 cards to
Right.
start.
Yep.
And so when you draw a new card, you're either going to draw a new suit card or a special card. Now, you can only play as many special cards. You can play one more than your opponent has. So once I played this one special card, I can't play another one until Julie plays one on her side or plays one in the game.
And I hardly ever play those.
Well, maybe you should play more.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so let's take a look at how we played the game.
Okay.
So here's the playthrough here. So Julie just laid down her first card, and she draws from the suit deck.
Right.
And again, you're going to organize your cards in order. How many suits are there, does it say?
Yes. Let's see here.
So we're
and
both going for
6
different flags.
There's 6 colors.
So there's 6
suits.
different suits.
Mm-hmm.
So you see there, I'm playing, for that one flag, I'm playing red. And I'm playing a 10 and a 9. So I'm hoping that I can get the 8 red.
There's also 10 tactics cards, those special cards you were
Right.
talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're both going for that flag. Julie has 3 7s, but she can't claim that flag yet because I can get 3 8s.
But you didn't.
But I'm trying to go for a straight. I have an 8 and a 7, so if I get a 9 yellow or a 6 yellow,
You'll win it.
I'll win it. So that's why she can't claim it yet. Now, if she happens to play the 9 yellow or the 6 yellow somewhere else, she could then say to me, you cannot win that flag because the 9 and the 6 are already in play, and then you could take that flag.
Right.
Now, you see, one thing when you set up this game is you can set up the flags too close to each other.
I think that's what I did. Yeah. Sorry about that. Why don't you fast forward a little bit and see how things are, how we're doing.
So you can see I've only won 1 flag there.
I haven't won any flags yet.
And I had to play a special to get it. I played Fog, which allowed me to claim it for some reason. Let me look up Fog again. So this card disables formation, and the flag is merely decided by the total value of cards on each side. So what I did then is, because I knew that I had a 7, a 6, and a 10 there,
right,
and you only had a 4 and I think a 5,
yeah,
I basically knew that I was going to win that even if Julie played a 10, because I was going to have more no matter what.
Right, right.
So let's keep on moving on here. I'm looking up a rule.
You already have 2 that you've won.
So now I have 4 flags.
Now you have 4. It's going to be over.
And again, that's
soon.
how the game works here. You just take. So once you have, I didn't emphasize this. Once you have 3 cards on one side of a flag, you cannot play anymore unless you have a special. So that was it. I won 5.
And I couldn't wait to get those cards picked up. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I know. You weren't too happy that night with that game.
Well, I'm not really very happy with that game any night. So
let's talk about how you rate it. So you go first.
Oh, we're rating, or we're talking about what we
We're
like?
talking about what you liked
Oh,
about it.
thank you. It is a fast setup, so that's always nice. It is a good filler game, especially if you really like poker too. That makes it even more fun for you. The special cards can really mess up with your opponent and also help you, depending on what you're getting. For me, it is extremely hard to win. I don't think I've ever won this game. Which
No, you
can
have
also
won it
make
a couple times,
have I?
but
And it can also be very frustrating because it is so hard to win, especially for me. For other people, they might be more. I think if you played with David or Eddie, it'd be more competitive for you.
I think
me
people who are
playing.
into poker probably do better at this game.
You're probably
I
right.
mean, I'm not that into poker, but I bet you I'd probably lose more to a serious poker player.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. What about you, hon?
All right, so I do like the poker mechanic. I am impressed with what Dr. Knizia did with this game. I think it works well. So it does have satisfying interaction because what you're trying to do is, you're trying to outsmart your opponent. And what's satisfying about it is when you can prove that you won a flag without having to play without that player having to play all their cards. I think that's really fun. So if I have 3 cards down on one side of a flag and they only have 2 or even 1, and you can prove to them that they are going to lose that flag, because the player cannot say that, if I played this special, I'd win. Specials cannot come. Tactics cards, those are the special cards, cannot be used to justify if you're going to win or lose a flag. So I think it's an adequate theme, which I'll go over here in a minute. And it is a nice quick filler. Now, again, it is a card game, but it's not so much luck that it's not, you don't feel like you have some control, because you have 9 different flags that you can basically put cards on one flag, and as an area that you're basically going to say, I'm not going to win this flag, and you just throw away crappy cards on that flag. So and then you can go for the tactics card. So there is, it is luck, but there is enough strategy to balance that out. True. So let's talk about about that question. So really, can you combine poker with this theme? Well, yes, because it's based on the Battle of Gaugamela, which is between Alexander the Great and the Persians, and it defeated Darius III, which was a Persian. And I think this game adequately conveys that. As you can see here, that having the flags and the way ancient battles were fought, it does, I think, simulate it quite well with a poker theme. Yeah. And for a light game. Now, if somebody really wants to play a war game, they could, but we don't want to play a 2-hour war game.
Oh, heck no.
And so let's talk about how we rated it.
Okay. I know.
So
mine is not as good as yours. Yep.
Nope.
I did a 6. I actually should have done a 5. To be honest, I really should have done a 5 because I couldn't take it or leave it. But I'm never really in the mood to play it, but I'm willing to play it if David's in the mood.
Well, we've owned it long enough that sometimes you will come back to it, and I'm surprised when you pick it to play.
I think I pick it because I know that I'll lose, and I'll know it'll be done really fast, and it'll make you happy to play a game. And I'm just in such a cranky mood. I'm like, okay, fine. We'll just play this game. I'll get it over with. I'll lose. I can then go to bed.
Well, that's when, we want to try to have some interaction.
Yeah.
Other than, working all day and things.
But it is true. I think I just pick it just because I know you like it, and I'll just. But I really, in all honesty, it's probably a 5 for me.
Well, you rated it a 6. So
I know. I should have changed it.
So maybe it's a 5.5.
Maybe.
So for me, it's good. It's usually willing to play. We have played it only 7 times since August of 2016. So again, we do come back to it. Mm-hmm. And the reason why we don't play it as much is because you don't like it as much as me. It's
hard to play a game when you know you're going to lose pretty much 99% of the time.
Yeah, I don't blame
you. I do try. I really do try hard, but it just after a while, it's kind of like, eh.
When I play it with David, he doesn't like it either because he loses a lot as well. So maybe I just need
a different playing friend to play this with.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe I'd play it more if that was the case.
Maybe.
Well, anyways, so that's Battle Line.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you had fun, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.